Okay guys, so welcome back to a brand new video and another episode on the What If F1 Return 2 series, and today we are here for the Indian Grand Prix at the Bud International Circuit. In this series we take the F1 2019 car, which is the fastest F1 car we've ever had in the history of the sport, and we revisit past F1 venues and also fantasy venues as well. Now so far, if you guys aren't aware, this is a series that I've been doing for a little while now, and we've done, I think so far, if you want to check it out, there's a full link to the playlist down below in the description, guys, for every episode. I think we're 5 episodes in, or 6 more or less. We've done Zandvoort, we've done Assen, we've done Jerez, we've done Magny-Cours, we've done Imola, and I believe we've done Istanbul. So we've done 6 circuits so far, if I'm not mistaken. I might have missed one, but either way, we've done quite a few. And if you guys want to check out any of the episodes we've done so far, guys, and you can check them out by clicking on the card in the top right-hand corner of the screen, but also the link down below for the playlist in the description. So today we are here for the Indian Grand Prix. Now, I think for the next couple of episodes, my plan is to do India today. I'm probably going to do Korea as well, the Korea International Circuit, which was on the track for 2 years, on the calendar for 2 years, and I probably want to try and get around to doing Valencia as well, and then we'll take it from that point. We'll see from that point onwards how we get on, because F1 2019 is obviously coming out very soon, so I don't know how much time I have in terms of how many more episodes we can do. So today we are here driving Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, and first of all, a fantastic looking car, and it's the fastest car on the grid, and I'm looking forward to taking it around this Indian GP circuit, which was on the calendar for 3 years, from I believe F1 2011 all the way up to 2013 for those 3 years. So yeah, it was a unique circuit, you know, not my personal favourite, but having said that, I think with these current generation F1 cars, I think the circuit could be a different beast, and I think it could really suit these current cars. Now, we're going to go onto the track. We're going to do a couple of, you know, installation laps, get comfortable with the track, and then we'll start to increase our speed. So let's get on track and let's see if we remember how to get around this circuit or not. Okay, so straight away I can say the detailing on this looks fantastic. We're going to get up to speed here as we prepare to leave the pit lane, but the detailing looks fantastic. I've got to say, you know, straight away the pit lane, the grandstands, really nice detail mod so far. I have done, I think, a couple laps on this about a month ago when I downloaded the circuit, and it was really good, so I'm really happy with it. Here we go then, off the limiter. Let's calibrate everything, make sure everything's working okay. But we've got the old turn 1, and then a very unique turn 2, which goes uphill all of a sudden, kind of like Kota, but not as extreme, in towards turn 3, which fed into a tricky kind of blind hairpin. And then we had this absolutely colossal, massive back straight. I believe there's a DRS point there we go. So we had this huge straight, which, you know, even with these current generation F1 cars, I think you'd see some pretty high speeds. And then it comes into turn number 4, a very kind of tricky, and then all of a sudden the track just falls away downhill, and it's like almost like another hairpin, and then down the hill we go, and then the track kind of flattens out, and this is when it gets really interesting. We've had a lot of side-by-side incidents into this corner here. It's kind of like a double left for 5 and 6, which really tightens up on the second one, and then over the curb for 7, and then 8 and 9, a right-left chicane, the left one being a bit of a blind corner. You run it onto the curb, and then the best corners on the circuit come now. You've got this long right-hand banking here, which kind of tightens up right at the exit here, as you can see. And then you're going to get the power for a little bit, and then again you go into another long left, and then into another quick right over the bump, that was a little bit too much of a bump there. But then into the penultimate corner, the track again downhill, slightly off camber, so that the track falls away, and there's a lot of understeer. And then into the final corner to complete a lap of India. So we're going to try and set up for a lap here. DRS on the pit straight as well, so 2 DRS zones around here. So we've done the installation lap. Let's try and do a little bit more speed on this one and see how we go. I need to learn some braking points. Being way too cautious into turn 1, but we're just trying to find that confidence on the power. Flat out here through turn 2. Brake as it straightens up. Take a wide line into the hairpin. I could have probably gone even wider than that, to be fair. On the power then, here we go. Let's see how many Ks we hit at the end of the straight. DRS open now, there we go. There's the 300 Ks. I reckon we'll hit about 312. Look for a break point. 100 meter board. That was fine, that works out okay for us. On the power briefly, there we go. Pretty good track, to be honest. I like how accurate it is. Now into the very tricky section here, this kind of, where it tightens up in the middle sector. This is where these current generation F1 cars do struggle a little bit more. The mechanical grip isn't quite there with these cars because they're so big and wide. But then you come into these corners here, And this is when these cars really come into their own. A bit wide there, we need to try and open up the line if we can as we go over the bump. The back end gets very loose over the top. Down a couple of gears over the bump. This time we get it perfectly, there we go. Down a couple of gears again. Trying to get that power as soon as possible. And into the final corner, there's a lot of understeering this one as well. Keep it in third gear. On the power, there we go, open DRS and up to the line. Benchmark, 27.4. I don't know what the lap record is, I can't remember what it was, what lap times we were doing back in the day. But I want to say we're going to beat that, hopefully. Let's go for one more lap here. We've got a delta time, unlike the past couple of tracks, as I run one into the hairpin there, unlike the last few tracks, we haven't had a delta on the steering wheel in the top right hand corner of the wheel. But now we do, so there we go, half second up already. We actually got quite a good exit. We gained a lot of time there on this overall power input onto the straight. So I reckon we might hit maybe 315 maybe. Look for the 100 meter board again. Wait till the last minute to turn in. A little bit too late there. A little bit too wide, but we're still up on time. Let's try and push it a little bit more now through these kind of slower corners. Down a couple of gears. There's not much grip at all there. Need some setup work. This one's a blind left. You can't really see it. We just about hold on. This is very tricky. You got to wait. Then you get under power. You've got to try and stay wide. That's a little bit wide there. That'd be an invalidation for track extending. But we'll get away with it. Right, this is a much better lap. Pushing the limits a lot more. Down the hill. Come on, let's try and get that delta above 1.5. Into the final corner. Turning a little bit earlier there. On the power, there we go. Found plenty more time. Up to the line. And we get into the 125. So there we go, 25.7. Right, so now we've got a decent benchmark. Now we can go back into the garage, I think, and start making these setup changes and really start to push this lap time. Early on, my target, I want to say, I think there's a 23 in there. Maybe a low 23, maybe. But we'll see. We're going to make some changes and see if we can find some more pace. Okay, so first of all, I'm losing my voice already. I don't know if you can tell, but I need to try and keep talking to a minimum, I think, because my throat's starting to hurt quite badly for some reason. But nonetheless, in terms of setup changes, we've reduced the fuel from 50 litres down to 20. Tyres are still the same. Then brake bars down from 54 to 53, and we're running a slightly higher ERS mode here. So we're going to see how this goes. Let's go a little bit wide at the final corner here and set up the lap. There we go. On the power. DRS open. Right, so the target for this, in my opinion, should be into a mid-24, hopefully. Turn 1. A lot more aggressive there. Now let's try and have a nice hairpin if we can. Double lock up again. A little bit slow to get the power there. It's going to cost me some time, but somehow we went even faster than last time. So we're currently over a half second up. That's good. And we've got the higher ERS mode engaged, so we're going to get a little bit more speed on the straight. Pushing that 6/10 barrier. We're going to break at the 100 meter board again though. Turning a little bit early this time. A little bit early on the brakes, but it works out better for us. We find some more time. Okay, this is when we're going to make up a lap time this time. We're going to really throw into this first one. Turn. A little bit wide onto the grass. Mechanical grip not quite there. Over the bumps. That's quite good. That second one was nice and tidy. Now into the banking. A little downshift. Patience. Now we go flat. Just about holding on to that there. 6th gear engaged a lot earlier. Flat over that bump almost. I reckon that kink will be flat once we get the real setup work on. Power down. Come on, we need a 1.5 up. This is great so far. Into the final corner. A little bit wide on the power. There we go. Up to the line. 24.3. That's a good lap. I'm happy with that. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so the setup change is making a big difference, and we've already found a lot of lap time. I think my target is to find maybe an extra second. I think below a 23.5 is where I want to be, I think, when it comes to the real setup work. Then again, hot lap mode does add on a lot of lap time. So, you know what, I reckon if I get like a 23.3, maybe a whole second, if not more, 23.2, maybe even a 23.1, that'd be great. In a perfect world, I reckon there's maybe a 22.999 in there somewhere, but let's go back to the pit lane, let's make some more setup changes, and let's really try and push this lap time. I had a few comments saying, why don't I use T-Cam in this? But I don't know why, for some reason, Assetto Corsa feels a lot more natural in cockpit view. T-Cam doesn't quite feel right. I don't really get the same feeling from the car and track as they do in cockpit view. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I'm sure other people will say the same thing. I believe Ben said the same thing the other day in his Assetto Corsa video. Either way, though, in terms of setup changes, before we was running Super Softs, that's what the Tars was running the entire episode, C4 Super Softs. We've now gone to the Ultra C5, so the fastest compound available, the qualifying tyre. Fuel, we've knocked it down from 20 to 10 litres, so let's see where we go. We're also going to go to hot lap mode on ERS, so here we go then. A big Banzai lap, and let's see what we can do. Let's see how much pace we truly have in the car. The ERS open, let's give it absolutely everything on this lap, give it hell, and let's see what we have. First of all, turn 1. A little bit early on the brakes because we are running a higher ERS mode. Also, I've used 4th gear there by accident. Into the hairpin. Back end's light. Back end got very light there. That's going to cost us all of our advantage. Just the 2 turns up, that was very scruffy. We'll push on. We know there's a lot of time in turns 1, 2 and 3 then for another lap. But let's keep going. Also need to study where my ERS runs out. A little bit early in the brakes though as well. I accidentally knocked down, yeah, okay, that's a bad line then. We knocked down that bollard on the outlap, and I can't lie, that might be quite bad if we can't see the apex. So we're a second down. Let's keep experimenting though through here. There's so many different lines through here, but this corner here is a tricky one, and there we go, we hit the wall. Okay, so the first Banzai lap did not go according to plan. We're going to have to try again. That was a scruffy lap. That bollard missing at the corner after the straight at turn 4 is going to be a pain. I knocked that down on my outlap by accident, so yeah, we're going to try again. There's a lot of time to find though. Okay, let's try again then. Here we go. At the final corner, DRS open. Onto the pit straight. Straight away, turn 1. Come on. This time we get 3rd gear in there, that's perfect. Oh no! Damn it. Too aggressive on the power then. Seems like we're struggling more now with the setup changes. It's quite strange. It seems like the more we push now, the more the track is biting us. Okay, let's try again. We're going to keep testing this until we get it right. Final corner. A little bit too narrow there, but power down. Right then, let's give this another crack. We can do this. I just got to concentrate, refocus. There we go. Now we're through turn 1. Up towards turn 3. Back end getting loose again there. I hate how that keeps happening. I need to try and find maybe a bit of a change in the setup to find the balance there, because I can't have that happen all the time. I've got no confidence when I turn in. Let's push on though. Let's try and get some form of a banker lap, a reference on the board. That's very wide. We're going to get it slowed down, but we are going to suffer mid-corner. Very scruffy lap, very scruffy so far. I found a bit of a better line through here last time. Let's see if I can use it. That's better, that works I think. Now for this one. Okay, let's keep going. There we go, come on, let's keep it together. Just sure we're about to run out of ERS here. And there we go, we're out. For the run to the line. Back end getting loose again. Oh man. Wow. Only a 24-1. Oh my god. Well, I did not expect that. I might have to settle for my original prediction of just getting below the 23.5s. Wow, that was a rough lap. That was tricky. Very tricky. I'm going to have to figure out some changes real quick and see what I can do. Okay, so the changes have been made. Fuel down from 10 to 8 litres, and also just a change in the front on the rear wing. I've added a little bit more rear wing, and I want to have a little bit more back end stability, just to avoid the rear end coming around in those corners, and at the same time be able to push a little bit more as well, I think, through some of them. So here we go into hot lap mode. Also, I've moved the brake bias back a little bit more as well, because I was still locking up quite easily. So let's try this. I think this should be a little bit better. I should have a little bit more confidence. I'm going to have to be a little bit more quiet though, and concentrate a bit more than I normally would. There we go, back end working nicely there. Took it a little bit cautiously, I wasn't 100% committed, but the back end was working. It managed to not come round and actually just turn into the corner nicely, so that's good. Now we've got to try and manage our ERS midway through the lap. A little bit too shallow of a line there, but we are up on the delta. And now we're going to run it into charging mode. Turn in, there we go. That'll do. A little bit wide there, but we'll take it. Come on. Flat over the top. Come on, let's keep going. A little bit wide there, but we'll take it. Let's keep pushing. A little bit early on the turning, a little bit too sharp. But we're up though by 0.6 to the front of the corner. Oh no, back end let go right at the end. Oh man, just when we needed the back end to hold on, it let go. What a shame. There was 0.6 in that lap, and obviously we had enough ERS left for the squirt to the line, so we would have found a little bit more lap time. Oof, I think it's pushing a 0.3, 23.3, 0.4 in that region. We'll try again, but we are close. We are close. I'm going to have to do a whole lap now, but let's get the car reset. There we go. There's the lap. Up to the line. 23.2. I'll be honest, that was an incredibly scruffy lap. Didn't really like that one too much, but it was effective and it got the job done. But I do think, now that I've done that, a 22 is in there somewhere. Do I dare pursue a 1 minute 22? I might have to go quiet and just do my own thing for like 10 minutes, but I think a 22 is possible. A bit wide through there, come on. Come on, please be it. Please be it. Oh, yes, we got it. Whew. Yes. Job done. That is what I was looking for. We did it. 22.9. That's what I'm talking about. It was there. We got it hooked up. Couple of mistakes still in that lap, but I can't seem to get a clean lap together, but that was much better than the one before. I knew there was time on the table. We hooked up that middle sector so good. Whew. Man, I'm gonna leave you guys now with a TV view with the actual onboard camera, and I'll be back with you guys in a sec. Right guys, that is going to be it for this video and another episode in the books. As always, let me know in the comments down below what other tracks you want me to do. As I said before, on my list currently is Korea and Valencia as the up and coming, I think, episodes. So do tune in for those ones, but leave your comments in terms of what races you'd like to see me revisit in the near future on this game, guys. But India, it's been a pleasure and a proper challenge, but we have completed it and job done. We've managed to get the maximum lap time out of it. But yeah guys, if you did enjoy the video, then drop a like and also get subscribed for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content, and turn on notifications guys to not miss a single video from me. And also finally check out these two videos on your screen guys if you have missed them. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next episode very soon, but until then, it's goodbye from me.